right, I love it. We got the event management team right here. How cool is this? Natalia, Nico, Gabby, these are the ones that make sure the event goes perfectly smoothly. This weekend, perfect, 100%. Have we nailed everything?
We did.
Look at that.
As always.
And a wink. The as always and a wink. I love it. Okay. Well, a lot of the magic of the event happens before anyone gets here. So I'm curious, what does some of the pre-planning look like?
We do have multiple event managers that are consistently traveling. We do go to all 50 states. We have to plan, from hotels to instructors and everything in between. Everything has to be perfect prior to leaving the office so that we can run a good event while we're here.
And to that point, I think what I've noticed just since I've been here yesterday is there's just a very high standard, right? It just seems like everything is on point and buttoned up. And because Empire has been doing this for so many years, Nico, I'm guessing, you guys, right? You have a standard to live up to every single time.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time in every city and all the seminars. To add to what Natalia was saying, there is a lot of pre-planning. You get in contact with the hotel, make sure that you have a good room for the attendees. You have to make sure that the setup is going to be nice. We have enough space for the vendors, so everybody's happy. So a lot of things need to happen beforehand, like as you were saying. Also the packing, arranging every travel for instructors, ourselves. So it's a lot, but it's always good. I always enjoy being here. It's good to talk with the instructor every once in a while, like, hey, are you traveling, with me this weekend? So it's good.
Yeah. And then once everybody arrives, you all are super busy. What are some of the things that you do during the actual event?
So during the actual event, we just take care of registration, just make sure that we welcome everyone and let them know where they're going and what they're going to be. Then we also make sure to meet with the faculty right before we have the classes, so we are all on the same page. So by the time we go live, right, in front of all of your attendees, then everything feels that is running smoothly. And even if there are some things that go off script, then we can handle those little details and just allow everything to flow. Then we also make sure that everyone's all set, that they have all of their materials. And so that's a little bit of what we do.
And then I'm guessing a large part of how you measure the success is by the feedback of the attendees at the end of the event or maybe during lunch break. Natalia, let's start with you. Have you gotten any feedback either this weekend or over the last few weeks that has made you feel good about the work that you all are doing?
Oh, absolutely. I think that is the best part of my job, is the feedback that we do get and the connections that we get to build while we're on site. I've made great relationships from our instructors to attendees as well here at our events.
Yeah, and then the same question to both of you. Has anyone said anything to either of you that's made you feel good about it?
Well, I have one story actually, in New York. Well, first of all, we do have a lot of feedback from attendees, and I'm always happy to see how happy they are with the courses, and because you kind of help them in some way. They're trying to get into a new world, a new market. It's everything is brand new for them, so it's good to have that experience to kind of guide them, because they're really they know a lot in the medical field. So having that experience to guide them and tell them, hey, this is your next course, this is what you should do, and then seeing after they've taken those courses, saying thank you to you because you really helped them, that really gets into you, and you're like, okay, I'm doing something to change people's lives. So.
And you were saying there was a story in New York?
Oh yeah. So I hadn't started in New York. It was actually pretty funny. There was this lady, and I remember it was Botox level 1. She was really afraid to do, injections and stuff. So she came up, she was like, Nicholas, I don't want to inject. And I was like, listen, you're here for something, what are your goals? And she was like, I really want to get into aesthetics, but I don't know, this is a new technique for me, everything. And I was like, just do it. So I was with one of the instructors, Maritza Mejia, an MP in New York. I told her, listen, Maritza, she's a little afraid. Can you just, push her a little bit? And she was like, yeah, let me do it. She's done with injections, probably after 3 or 4 months, I came back to New York. The very first moment that she saw me again, she hugged me and she was like, thank you, Nicholas. And I was, that's what I'm saying. You get that feeling from the people, and it's good.
Yeah, it's great. It's everything, right? Do you have any good stories like that, Gabby? Anybody said anything to you that's made you feel good?
Sure. I mean, I feel that Empire is very feedback focused on the sense of like after each class, we make sure to give them a voice to every attendee, to give them a way to communicate with us what went well, what, can be improved. So I feel like everyone just like they're leaving the class and when they're handing you those forms or like those evaluation, like with the feedback, they let you know certain things like, oh yeah, this instructor was great, or oh my God, I really enjoyed like finally pushing through those fears or being able to listen to the experts on the matter and then pick their brain. So I feel like Empire does a great work in giving the attendees a voice and giving them avenues to put in there.
Yeah, because it's not just fill out a feedback form. You all actually really follow those forms closely. You implement them. I know that already. How important is that then to get that feedback, whether it's great or maybe something you all need to tweak a little bit? That's a big part of the program.
Yeah, so it definitely is super important. We do take everything into consideration, especially the classes that they want to get into. We're consistently growing. So right now we have a university style curriculum of over 50 classes, and we're consistently adding because of their feedback and everything that they have to say.
And I know Empire Medical Training is about to get pretty heavily invested in the international space. And I'm sure you all are excited about getting your passport out and traveling around the world, right? Are we excited about that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited, get to know new cities, new countries, new cultures. But especially, I think, for the attendees and for ourselves, like get to know all the new techniques and new procedures that they're going to learn. And actually, a good thing about this work is that we learn too. So learning all these new things, procedures that are not currently in the US, that's a really good thing.
Yeah, because everybody teaches differently, right? Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And then you have all these different backgrounds and ethnicities and, the human anatomy changes, right, depending on where you are. So it's just a great opportunity to expand the curriculum and expand your knowledge.
And part of what you all do is make sure people have fun. And I'm sure going internationally to Colombia and Peru and Mexico, probably going to be fun for everybody, right?
Oh, definitely so much fun. I think aside from working and learning as well, I'm excited to have fun and see the attendees have fun and understand and learn even more. We actually just went to Colombia. My aunt was one of the models because she lives in Medellin, and she absolutely loved it. She looks like a whole new person, but in a good way. Take the leap of faith and go and see what's out there.
Okay. So as we say goodbye, what would you tell folks who are watching, who are thinking about becoming members and taking some classes? And, you all are some of the first people they're going to see. So what would be your message to them? Nico, we'll start with you.
Don't be afraid. That will be my message. Don't be afraid. Getting into something new, you will always be scared, especially when you're injecting people's faces. That is why, we developed this program and everything is breaking down to the point for you to just take from the basic courses to the more advanced procedures. So you build that confidence in yourself.
Yeah, it's a well thought out curriculum. Y'all are not just making this up as you go. There is a logical progression.
Yeah. I would tell them, trust the experts, right? Empire has been on the business for the longest, like almost 3 decades now. So trust the experts. These people know what they're doing. If you're looking for a guide, then trust the experts. Trust that you're gonna have someone to tell you how to walk you through this world, and that way you become an expert too.
I would definitely say to trust the process and believe in yourself. We are here to hold your hand every step of the way. The curriculum is made for you to start at the beginner level, but become a master. So you can be here for 2+ years. You don't have to stay here for a week. You can start with one class, and 9 out of 10 times you're gonna wanna come back.
Yeah, so lean on them for advice and give them hugs. They love hugs. Yes.